This video here is a little bit more of a proposal than a consensus or any specific position, but I wanted to talk about what justice under communism would be like, specifically in an anarcho-communist society. And also notice how I said society and not state, because a communist society would be stateless if it was truly communist. So, my proposal is that you would have a justice system, because I know a lot of anarchists are against the idea of having police. Now, I'm not saying we have police, but I'm saying we have areas where we put people who are specifically dangerous, and we keep them there to keep them from the rest of society so that they can't hurt people. But we also focus on rehabilitation if they commit some form of a crime that harms someone. So something like taking drugs would not be a crime, but if you murdered somebody, you can be thrown in this high security cell and you stay there. So as far as that goes, under communism you would have some form of a justice system that puts people who are direct harm to others. And now that would be decided by the community, so much rather than a court where you're put in front of a judge and a jury, you have the whole thing's you have people who aren't directly affected by the case, who will sit there and with their knowledge of the legal system, they will they will decide what extent of the law this person should be punished, whether rehabilitation is in mind, or if it is just pure punishment. But before, of course, you can put in little rules that tell you how far you're allowed to go with the punishment. Like you can say, hey, you're not allowed to sentence someone to death, it's inhumane regardless of what they did. There's a lot of different things you can do, because there's also always a chance that you get the wrong person. So a legal system could be set up. Now, anarchists have often said the community would get to decide what happens, whether violence is taken against someone, but it gets done democratically. It's not just one judge who decides the sentence. Let's bring up the Brock Turner case, for example. Brock Turner ended up raping a girl behind a dumpster at a party. Now, most people are going to want revenge for it. I know I would want revenge for it. Everyone has desire to put this guy in jail for a long time. Honestly, I don't agree with the way that our legal system does it, where if this was a black guy who didn't go to Stanford, or even a white guy who didn't go to Stanford, someone who was not athletic, someone who didn't have money, who didn't have wealthy parents, in a classed society, we have that issue where someone like him gets a lighter sentence. So, while I agree with the idea of just lighter sentences and not tacking every punishment possible onto that, with justice, you're not looking to ruin someone's life. You're looking to change their life. Yes, prison would change him, but not necessarily for the better. America has some of the worst recidivism rates in the world, where people constantly reoffend. Rehabilitation should always be in mind, but the sentence should always be up for either extension or reduction. That's how I believe an anarchist society should be run. In that specific scenario, we should always look at rehabilitation as an option, but also if you have someone like Anders Breivik, who murdered 71 people, I think. he murdered 71 people, and his sentence is up for reevaluation. He can, in 21 years, he could get 5-year extensions. But the thing is, he's not getting any. He should be getting those 5-year extensions. He should be spending the rest of his life, because we know from his political manifesto that he would probably commit them again, those specific crimes again, if he had the chance. So you have to be nuanced with the justice system. So that concludes my rant and proposal. Have a nice day.